can, a reader. Now, you understand?
This can't be as open and shut as it seems, can it?
Todd, glad you're here.
Yeah, this is going to be a barrel of laughs. So what's the story? Armitage out of surgery yet?
Still no word yet, but I can tell you this. His yacht was definitely bombed, and Ian was the primary suspect.
Ian? Wow, that would be a real shocker.
Are you the next of kin?
Well, not anymore, but, please, go on.
Doctor, hello. I am Alex Olenoff, Guy Armitage's advocate.
Self-defined.
Yes.
Please, what's the news?
Well, the patient received third-degree burns over 60% of his body, and his lungs were severely damaged. We did repair the internal damage. He made it through the surgery, and his vital signs have stabilized.
So he's alive? Oh, I want to see him.
Well, I'm afraid the anesthesia hasn't worn off yet. He should be awake by morning. All things considered, I'd say he's a very lucky man.
Oh, this is just great.
So you do care about him after all.
You have no idea how I care about him. Any other day, I'd get a big kick out of scooping the Banner with a story like this. But...
KABOOM!
I don't ever want to hear that word come out of your beak again. Do you understand?
Get off the boat now! Manning?
Yeah, it's me. Give me Briggs. Briggs. Great headline, huh? Yeah. Yeah. What's going on with that Armitage thing? That's all? All right, well, stick with it. Let me know if anything changes, okay? Because, you know, that's the story we're going to run tomorrow. All right. Stubborn limey just won't die.
Get off the boat!
Yeah, I don't want to hear you say that again either.
Oh, merda.
What? Now, I would give anything to know where you were hanging out before I met you. But that's the idea, huh? Silence till death. You got anything to say now? That's good. I got one thing to be happy about, though. I bet they're pulling their hair out over at the Banner.
I believe this is yours.
Hey, sis.
Hello, Bird. Todd, I do not understand how after everything you have been through in your life, you could run a totally unsubstantiated article like that with no regard whatsoever for who gets hurt. Is it worth selling your soul for a sensational headline?
So it's true.
You have no facts, you have no proof, you have no witnesses, you have no paperwork, you have nothing to back up your story. Only the word of Dorian Lord, which is worth less than the carbon dioxide with which she exhales it. I mean, I thought that even you would require a titch more substance than that.
So it is true.
All you care about is getting a bunch of meaningless allegations out on the newsstand before the Banner can run its well-researched and carefully fact-checked story.
Ah, so you are telling me it really is true.
Every time I think you pulled yourself together that you're going to decide to live by the standards the rest of us live by, every time I think you're tapping into what I know is good and decent in you, you...
Oh, come on, Vicky, say it. Come on, you've come this far, just say the rest of it.
You let me down, Todd. You proved me wrong, and it disappoints me.
Thought you'd be used to it by now. I mean, isn't that the basis of our whole relationship? You're the loving, faithful sister, and me, I let you down.
No. It's based on an awful lot more than that. Your actions have consequences. You seem to grasp that concept in the abstract. You never apply it to your life.
Enough!
What's the matter with you?
Just the usual. You know, sick kid. Sanctimonious sister. Hungry bird.
No. You're upset and you're nervous. What's wrong?
These are some ladies I thought would be really...
Why are you so nervous, Todd?
It's just this whole explosion thing on Armitage's yacht, you know. Ever since the cops told me that it was a bomb that exploded, I've just been a little jumpy, that's all.
Why?
Oh, well, come on. Doesn't it hit a little close to home for you, too? You know, I'm a publisher. Got a lot of enemies. Star's coming home soon. Don't you ever worry about a reader coming after you?
Well, it crosses my mind occasionally. I don't dwell on it. Of course, I've had a lot more years' experience than you.
Yeah, well, I think about it all the time. I mean, I'm sorry I ran that story about Beau's kid. I mean, it could be a killer instead of just a crook.
I doubt that. And I do think you're overreacting. I mean, I'm sure that there are lots of people angry with you, but you know what? I'm very familiar with Guy's brand of sleaze, and you, sir, are no Guy Armitage.
Thanks. I guess. It doesn't matter what kind of a person Armitage is. There's a lot of crazy people out there. I mean, you saw how Patrick went nuts on that whole interview thing. I mean, who knows what kind of psychos are out there reading The Sun? I mean, aside from the usual psychos who read The Sun, which, by the way, is more people than read The Banner, Mel Hayes and all.
Really? Now, are you talking overall numbers? Or do you have specific demographics on psycho readership? Because while I grant you our psycho numbers have slipped, we're gaining significantly in general population.
And you can joke about it if you want, but I'm beefing up security. I suggest you do the same.
Well, I appreciate your concern. I'll be careful. And I accept your apology for the piece on Drew.
I didn't apologize for anything.
Of course you did. Said you were sorry for printing the piece.
No,
I accept.
I was sorry, like I wish I hadn't done it. I didn't mean sorry like I regretted anything.
Either way, you said sorry, so I'm going to accept it. I hope you realize your error. Also, now that you have become ensnared in Dorian's web, I hope you can find your way out of it.
Not worried about Dorian or her web.
You should be. Bye, little brother. Hang in there, bird.
Good job keeping your mouth shut in front of my sister.
Oh, Merta.
Whatever. Yeah. Are you sure, Briggs? Well, what exactly did they say? Well, if he wakes up, is he going to be able to speak? Well, don't tell me that you don't know. Just go get me answers. You know, the crispy remains of Armitage wake up, he's going to be able to finger me as being on the dock right before the explosion.
Up.
Hey.
Oh, Merta.
I just meant to blow up the boat. I didn't mean to blow him up. It's not like... Don't say it. It's not like I didn't try and get him off the boat. Stupid twit just didn't listen.
Computer done.
Mr. Armitage, can you hear me? Are you aware what happened to you? There was an explosion. Mr. Armitage, how did that explosion happen?
Yes, this is River's father.